Morning, Professor McDaniel. My name is Andres, and today I'll be pitching a CEO presentation of a company that I created myself. It's going to be named Underdog Incorporated. But before we get started, I just want to make sure I bring up our presentation, just that we make sure we show all of the information that we'll be presenting today and discussing, and all of our main points. One moment. Alrighty. So just to begin, with Underdog Incorporated, we aim to provide aid to our fellow communities with health and weight training education. The company is currently stable in the region we launched, Bakersfield, California. When I started this company at the age of 15, it was merely just an idea with like merchandise, shirts, and stuff like that, and like knickknacks, like stickers. And at the time, I was actually 300 pounds with one dream to be skinny. All right, still haven't accomplished the dream yet. In addition, I wanted to compete in the Olympia, the bodybuilding, the best bodybuilding show in the world, most prestige competition in the world of bodybuilding, to be completely frank. I knew to obtain this dream, I would have to work harder, train harder, and be consistent within my diet. Fitness. It comes in different fashions. We have bodybuilding, CrossFit, calisthenics, and cardio. Fitness is one's ability to execute daily activities with optimal performance and endurance and strength. The variety of activities come from bodybuilding, CrossFit, calisthenics, cardio, and other outdoor activities. Those are just a variety of them. Bodybuilding is the development of the body through exercise and diet. In addition, the development of a physique for a competitive exhibition like the Olympia or other bodybuilding shows. Another form of fitness comes from CrossFit, a high intense fitness program incorporating elements from several sports and types of exercise. For example, we have ring pull ups, front facing jerks, squats, push jerks, and barbell deadlifts are exercises that can be incorporated when doing CrossFit. Some of the most beneficial exercises, like push ups, pull ups, and body weight movements, these groups of exercise are also known as calisthenics. Calisthenics exercise to, Calisthenics help develop the strength and flexibility that are done without special equipment, more just body movements, stuff like that. Lastly, cardio is one of the best forms of cardiovascular health, which helps with blood flow and heart. Cardio can be an exercise that gets your heart rate up and keeps it up for a prolonged time. Some examples can be jump roping, running, and boxing. Because even though we're not typically like cardio, people think vision running, but when we're boxing, you're also keeping that heart rate up. You're keeping those hands moving. You're busting a sweat. So that's also just another form of cardio in a much funner way than just running. Some factors in weight gain and weight loss come from our diet. Some may even say that 80% of the work is in the kitchen. This insinuation comes from different factors, concluding that weight gain, weight loss starts in the kitchen. And I can assure you that is a most common factor for people that are trying to lose weight or gain weight is kitchen concerns and what they're intaking. Some examples can become most effective, like macro counting, dieting, and fasting. Macro counting is the counting of grams of protein, carbs, and fats that we consume throughout our day. For example, if you have an intake of 2,500 calories intake with 300 grams of protein, 200 grams of carb, 85% grams of fat, the individual would execute this plan by developing different meals for different times of the day to add the exact intake to reach max potential. In addition, having this consistent diet comes from the kind of amount of food selected per person within those boundaries. Lastly, another opportunity for muscle growth and weight loss some people come to practice would be fasting. And fasting is a grace period where you abstain from eating any food. This practice provides people feeling more energized and a reduction of foggy thought, which has been documented as well. Upon further research, I would like to discuss how, with our company, our gym environment is going to be much more different. It's going to be more encouraging, helping people stay disciplined, helping them stay goal orientated, and making sure that we provide them with that mindset of hard work. Hard work pays off. And upon further research on different social media platforms, I feel like the gym community has changed, like that environment of just fitness overall has changed. And I've witnessed the gym community become a different environment over the years. In 2010, which was the same year that I signed up for my first gym, 24-hour fitness here in Bakersfield, California, the first thing that comes to my memory would be how I was the youngest in the weight room. And the first thing that came to my mind around me, the first thing that came around my mind was how everyone that was around me was like in their late 20s or 30s. Everyone, and I realized, in addition, I realized I was the youngest, but they gave me the most advantage. And you may wonder what I mean by advantage. So what I mean by that is for further explanation, being the youngest may have been undeniable, but the knowledge they were able to provide me with was monumental. It helped me stay in gym training all these years, even till now. I still go to the gym daily. The community embraced me with the open arms and provided me the tools to have longevity. And my most memorable moment was when I was bench pressing, just a exercise that we can do with bench pressing like this. I had another gentleman come to me actually and teach me how keeping my elbows tucked is a much safer way and less risk for the shoulders when I'm lifting in the movement. So that actually really helped me, and I actually got to learn that in my first year of training. So when I was 14 going on 15, I was getting all these tips just to make sure I avoid risk of it getting injured. And next, weight concern in America is a disease that has been battled much more frequently in recent years. As many people battle obesity, the reason for it varies. Some say it can be from emotional eating, eating disorders, lack of meal intake, and the reasons vary. Some say it can also be, some say even obesity in the United States of America. Sorry, let me backtrack. Got a little bit lost in there. Obesity in the United States of America is at an all-time high. Roughly 41% of Americans are overweight, and obesity-related conditions include heart disease, stroke, type 2 diabetes, and certain types of cancers. These are among the leading causes of preventative premature death. The estimated annual medical cost of obesity in the United States was nearly 173 billion in 2019 dollars. $173 billion in 2019. Medical costs for adults who had obesity were 1,861 higher than medical costs for people with healthy weight. So with our company, we're aiming to change those numbers to make sure that we reduce them as much as possible and making sure we put our health first more than anything. Because without health, everything could be gone within a day or two. Never know. Things can change when you're unhealthy, things happen and certain situations can change and the scenario can become worse if we don't make a change now. And that's what our company is going to be aiming to do, make that change. And we're going to be creating an environment welcoming, creating a healthy relationship with food, making sure we're assisting the community stay involved. These are going to be some of our purpose. This is going to be the purpose of what we're doing, just making sure we have that environment that's welcoming, that creating that environment with a healthy relationship with food, assisting communities to become active communities, and making sure we provide other opportunities just besides lifting weights like marathons, events with courses, different kind of obstacles, make it fun, have that community having a purpose to become better themselves. And lastly, this is where we're going to create our revenue. This is where from our business what we're going to do, and this how we're going to be able to benefit from everything that's going on. Although health is the most important thing that we're trying to aim to please. Health is wealth, but in order to get that wealth, it needs to be funded. We need to make sure we're making that revenue. And these are some of the ways that we're going to be able to accomplish that with gym facilities, merchandise, energy drinks, and a spa facility for recovery. My apologies, Professor McDaniel, recovering from a cough and a sore throat. Lastly, with obesity being a disease that affects each state in the United States, we can maximize growth in the community that needs the unity and activities, which is every state at this point in America, by building new gym facilities with the latest and greatest of equipment, presenting our members with the best of the best to become the best version of themselves. Lastly, in addition, providing an opportunity for new members to potentially be interested in joining our gym facilities, and also This will create a stronger foundation to maximize expansion with our company across America and the world. That's how we're going to create our revenue. That's how we're going to be able to expand into different markets and different places in the world. Because with underdogs, we're not just American, we're united with the entire world, but we're first going to conquer in regards of being established here in America as our home base and developing great foundation with our communities and then branching out to show everyone else that health is wealth and they need to make sure to take care of themselves. Thank you very much for joining this presentation. I look forward from hearing back from you as an investor.